Hello, and welcome to your favorite Musings radio. I'm your host, Yekie, and you are listening to Y354.3. The weather is cold, the music is good, and I'm actually drinking cacao even though you saw me making coffee earlier. I'm running into this issue where every time I check my watch, I'm wearing a smartwatch, they have the stress reader on there. My stress is consistently in the red, and this is after I've done breathing exercises, and curiously, after I know I've drank coffee. I've gone on a walk today. I did 2 breathing cycles, and it had no effect. Even my watch said, hey, that didn't help at all. So I've come to think that maybe I'm drinking too much coffee now that I'm working in the shop. I think I've decided to cut back on the coffee a couple of days and add the cacao back in. Today's episode is actually called Denim Mysteries. I wanted to pose a thought today, thought about clothing and denim specifically, and even more specifically, women's denim. There are a lot of options out there for us, more so it would seem than men. However, I noticed a few things when it comes to women's denim in particular. Number 1 is pockets. You've heard this from me before, but can we get some pockets? Raw denim is pretty easy to find nowadays, but the women's options seem to be a little less raw. There's usually a wash to them. They're not going to fade as much as the standard denim. There's usually some stretch fabric in there, usually a lighter fabric. And again, I've got no problem with any of these options. I think they're great options to have across the board. But to have no standard, rigid, raw, non-stretch fit for the women's, is it just because there's no market for that? Are people just not buying those clothing? Do women not want that? Come on, give me some good old-fashioned buttons. And number 3, it's really hard to see fit comparisons online. I have no problem shopping in the men's section of denim. I'm wearing a pair of men's jeans right now. But online shopping is really hard, and I would like to see some more resources for how to size appropriately as a woman wearing men's jeans. I've come across a scant few examples, but they are hard to come by, and people aren't exactly forthcoming with their sizing. I'm wearing a size 29 waist, 30 length if anyone is interested. I probably could have gone with a size 28 as they've stretched out a bit, but they are still very wearable. So again, I'm not opposed to any of these things. However, I would like to see more of the women's sections take the same parts of the men's and just tailor it for our bodies. Some companies that I think do really well with gender neutrality is Fjallraven. I have a pair of pants from them, from this company, and their pants are equal across the board. They're just different fits according to your body. They're going to be, either longer or shorter hem. They're going to be just tailored better for what you're looking for, and there are no compromises to overall construction, to quality. They're essentially the same pants. They're the same versions of each other. Another company that does this really well is Lems, which is a barefoot shoe company. So just a thought, or maybe I'm throwing it out there looking for some commenters to send in their suggestions for good companies that bridge the gap of gender without compromising on construction, material, or look. I like to think of myself and my thoughts as a gender explorer, if you will. I don't want to get rid of the women's section, nor do I want to solely shop in the men's because sizing is tricky, but I would like to see more options out there where the material is not compromised. Anyway, this could just be a me conversation. But after all the research I've done, it is slim pickings out there. There's not zero, but you just got to be careful, I suppose. So anyway, that's been all on this episode of Musings Radio. I don't know if I'm going to call it this. This is just a blurb of something. I don't know. But this episode was Denim Mysteries, and if anybody, again, out there has anything to suggest or comment, I'd be willing to listen. Even if it's just say, hey, this company, get the size, 28 or 29 in men's, and you are going to be golden. So thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in, certainly, and I will be seeing you.